I'm going to share with you some ideas today that you can use to take a more defensive stance in the current market environment. Recently, I shared some thoughts on whether I thought the market was overvalued or not. You can find that video here. Maybe it's a good idea to go catch up on my thoughts there, then come back and join us on this video. The first thing that you can do to take a more defensive stance in this current market environment is simply go through the exercise or the process of rebalancing your portfolio. You can either do this by yourself or with a broker, or have your broker do it, just depending on what your investment style is. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at the stocks and holdings that have appreciated the most usually, and that now have high PE valuations among other indicators. And through this exercise, you're going to generate some cash. Now, with the cash you've generated through this exercise, you're already going to have accomplished step one in taking a more defensive stance. And that is, you could consider not re-employing all of that cash. So for example, Warren Buffett, who you may have heard of, who's a fairly decent investor, has over the last 2.5 years built up a cash position now where he's almost 30% in cash. Now, this is the best investor in the world. And if he's sitting in 30% cash, maybe it's a good idea for us to look at our current cash holdings. Now, the second idea is to be using some of that cash to rotate now into more defensive, lower valuation stocks that are generally more stable. Even in this current overvalued environment of the stock market, there's always corners and sectors that have value. And today is no different. I might make another video soon where I talk about certain sectors, industries, maybe even specific stocks that I think offer value to the equity selecting investor in today's environment. You can also either yourself, with the help of your broker, or have your broker do it, place stop loss orders on some of your stocks that have appreciated and now hold higher valuations than you're comfortable with. If the market or these stocks head in the opposite direction of where you want them to go, you have your stop loss order in place, which will guarantee you a certain amount of profit is locked in. So for example, if you set a stop loss order 15% below the current trading price, if the market or the stock heads in that direction to that stop loss price, you'll automatically be triggered and you'll lock in that amount. Another way of doing this same idea in a little bit more sophisticated manner is, if you have the knowledge, you can set up option contracts to virtually mimic stop loss orders. Either you, your broker, or in conjunction with your broker can put these in place if you or they have the skills to do so. If you like what we're talking about in this video, press the like button and click subscribe. It helps the channel out, and it also encourages me to make more videos. After approximately 8 years of not touching any of my stock holdings, recently I made some changes because of the current valuation of the market. I may do another video on some specifics on how I reposition myself in an even more defensive manner. If I did make that video, you can find it here.